AD Gray. One Train now playing on Baze Radio.co.ke. If you're joining right now, it's 5 minutes past 3 p.m. Welcome to Baze Radio.co.ke. As well, you can find us on my Safaricom app. My good name is Silver Kiddo, and this is Co-Block with Silver Kiddo, happening every day of the week from Monday to Friday from 2 p.m. till 5 p.m. Joining us today, Co-Block with Silver Kiddo, one and only Jackie Lebo, a visionary filmmaker, known filmmaker, writer, traveler, and creative director. Welcome to Baze Radio.co.ke.
Thank you, Kiddo.
How's your afternoon?
It's going very well so far. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Weather inakutreat ama inakufanyia ile kitu?
Today the weather was good.
You behave leo?
Yeah, leo imebehave jana. Leo iko poa sana.
Iko poa. Welcome to Baze Radio.co.ke. We're here to have an amazing conversation. But for someone ambaye amesikiza sasa hivi, ningependa fahamu Jackie Lebo ni nani?
You'll allow me to talk English, please?
Feel free.
So I was born in Nairobi, and so I was born in Nairobi and grew up and down the Rift Valley. So I traveled a lot. My father was in the military, so always being posted in different bases, Garissa, Nanyuki, Kachiliba in West Pokot. So I really got that travel bug early. And I really enjoyed the beauty of this country. And when I grew up, I decided to become a filmmaker and to start doing that kind of work that captured all the creativity and the beauty of this country.
Amazing. What inspired you to venture into filmmaking?
I always loved movies since I was a kid. And in that way that not just watching, I was just like, what is this movie about? Why does it make you feel like that? So I always wanted to just make things. I was always making stories when I was a child. Mm-hmm. So since I was small, you know those things when you play movies, but me, I was very serious. I wanted to do that. And then nikaenda college, and then I said, no, I have to do something serious that makes money. So I did that, and then I worked in corporate for 10 years, then I quit, and I started doing film. Yeah.
Started doing film. Inspiration when you grow up?
I'm sorry?
Inspiration when you grow up, the film, the movie. Is there did you have like a favorite movie?
Those days, I really liked Pretty Woman when I was growing up. But later, I loved, there's a Dave Chappelle, there's a thing he did on The Block, which is like a music documentary. It's a documentary about a concert that he did with the Fugees and Common. And then he was just walking around the neighborhood. Alikuwa anaenda kwa shule, anaita hiyo marching band, anaenda kwa hiyo mtaa, anaita the neighbor to join them. It was such a joyful expression. And that time I really loved Dave Chappelle. And I was like, I want to make films like this because it's not expensive. You just involve people in the community. So I was like, let me do this because this one, unaweza fanya tu. And that time DSLRs were coming out. Canon was coming out with very small cameras. So you did not need a big investment. Yeah.
Of that time.
Yeah.
So you grew up, you went to university, did a different course.
Yeah.
Got a job, quit the job, to focus, on what you love to do. How was it? How was the transition? How did your family receive this?
Not so well. They used to send me like job application links and things like that, just in case I decide to sober up and go back. But the best thing is that I've been able to maintain. It's been very difficult, but I've been able to maintain and grow. So now they feel like it's cool. Yeah.
Was it the hardest decision you've ever made in your life?
No, because I really loved it. As soon as I did it, I really loved it. Yeah. So, you miss the regular money. But apart from that, everything, there's nothing else.
What is the most important thing to get employed? Is it the salary?
It's just the regular money and the regularness, just the predictability. It can be very good for, building a retirement account, a house, those things that you're told you should want. Yeah, but this one is very soul fulfilling. Yeah, it's unstable, but it's very good. Yeah.
Very good. You've heard it from Jackie Lebo, renowned creative director, writer, filmmaker. We're going to come back with more in the next show with more. Keep it Baze Radio.co.ke. Just to inform you, it's happening on 6th December, Nomadic Arts Festival at Oshwal Academy. Tickets are still open, mtu wangu. If you need some ticket, hit me up. I'm gonna keep it Baze Radio.co.ke because we have one of the filmmakers, director, founder, CEO himself, Jackie Lebo. Keep it Baze. I'm gonna come back with more. But up next for you, Aluwai Etorong Anyong. How can you pronounce the name?
Alwaetori Eo.
Iyo.
Yeah.
Meskia, you've had it up for featuring Turkana Sessions. Up next for you. Keep it Baze Radio.co.ke as we come back with more in the next week. It's Mama Yo. Jivu and Manga earlier on playing on Baze Radio.co.ke. 16 minutes past 3 p.m. And if you're tuning in right now, it's official. Welcome to Baze Radio.co.ke, Kenya's #1 online radio station. And in studio today, I have Jackie Lebo, a creative director, filmmaker, writer in studio. Among the CEO, ukipenda founders of Nomadic Arts Festival happening in 6th December pale Oshwal. Nakambia yani usipoenda Chandaria Auditorium on 6th December kama una form mtu wangu, one of a kind festival. Hii kuna music, kuna culture pale, kuna food kidogo, kuna entertainment. Nimesahau nini Jackie?
I think you've covered it, and it's going to be really cool because you're going to see like people like Turkana Sessions, the band from Northern Kenya, playing with Sanaipe. So that combination you've never seen before.
One of a kind.
Exactly.
Tickets are still open. Hapo kwa tickets ndio tutakosana. Tickets are open, watu wangu wa Mbogi, mtu wangu mtu ine.
For the price of 3.
Shilingi 9 tu. Bob 9, Bob 9 hapo 9K. Ukitaka kuja kama VIP
4,000. MOOC and Kenya Buzz. Whichever is your preferred platform.
Utaka kwenda pale kwenye MOOC platform, ticket platform ama kenyabuzz.ke kama sijakosea.
Yes.
Grab your tickets because zinaenda very 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 fast.
Yeah, I love how last minute we are because right now
Kenyans not last minute.
Zinaenda side.
Wow, Kenya not last minute.
Hata sijui.
Sijawahi jua. Kucharge simu last minute, kubook basi last minute, kujitayarisha for a meeting last minute, ku arrive last minute. Hey, Kenyans, we need prayers. Jackie.
Yes.
You know, you're very unique. You've decided to tell our African stories in a different way, incorporating your passion for travel, you know, sports. How did it all this influence, you know, the filmmaking, the documentaries?
So I grew up in the North Rift area. Mm-hmm. So when we used to go to school, every time you wake up, you see guys running. And then one day I read an article about that we're good runners because we have thin legs. I was like, this cannot be correct.
So true.
Yeah. So I actually said, okay, let me just spend a few weeks there, write an article. And then it ended up being a whole thing that culminated in following David Rudisha and Edna Kiplagat to the London Olympics in 2012. So I spent like 8 months with them, following them all the way to the journey. So you're able to see the food, the discipline, the altitude, all those things line up into something that is like Kenyan excellence, which I think we're really starting to see that we have a lot of excellence here. It's just that it's being curbed by several issues. Yeah.
How was it?
It was really amazing. And like Rudisha watched the film before he went to London Olympics. So I really believe. And he said he'd never seen himself like 20 feet tall in a cinema. And he said he was supposed to go to bed at 7. He went to bed at 11:30. His coach was like chasing him after the film, you know. So he said he was so like, alipata motisha sana, because he said he had never seen himself like that. You know, you never often pop out of yourself to see who you are and what you can achieve. So he said it really motivated him as he went to the London Olympics. Yeah.
As well, you managed to, you know, to be nominated and win some awards.
Yes, we're very proud to win the Kalasha Award in 2015. Yeah, for the boxing movie, The Last Fight, which is about, you know, Kenya was like number 2, 3 in boxing, the whole world. So it used to be USA, Russia, Cuba, and us. And if you look at all those other countries, they either have very strong government resources or very big economies. And we were there. You know, this was because of companies like, that time it was KBL, Posta, the Ports Authority, Railways. Used to invest a lot in sports. This is before the IMF came. And you see the IMF story, it's been around for a long time.
The longest time.
Yeah, so those austerity measures that they brought in the 80s and 90s really crushed these companies and crushed a lot of young people's dreams. Yeah.
So many dreams have gone just like that.
Exactly.
As a storyteller, what role do you think documentaries play in preserving Kenyan culture and sporting heritage? From the Olympic exhibition photo, The Last Fight.
So there's a very good documentarian who says a country without documentaries is like a family without an album. So I think documentaries are how you know about yourselves. And, you know, you'll see the album, you'll see your whole heritage, you'll see your grandma, your grandpa, you see yourself when you're in small uniform. So that's what documentaries do. They document pieces of time so that anyone in your country can go back and say, this is how we were at this time, this is how we were at this time. So that you can understand that these things are cyclical. And even as, this generation is really inspiring us to change. This is a history so that we can't go back to where we are. Yeah.
We can go back to where we are. Hopefully our Kenyans will maintain this. Hopefully we will preserve our heritage.
Completely.
A Turkana Ekori featuring AD Gray up next for you. Keep it Baze Radio.co.ke as we come back with more in the next show. Wait, it's getting too personal here with Jackie and Anambia. It's getting too personal. I don't know what wanamaanisha nini, but that was very storyteller and Kevombe King early on playing on Baze Radio.co.ke. So we're here in studio with Jackie Lebo to have an amazing conversation. Guys, if you don't know, for the first time we're experiencing this. I'll be joining them at this coming 6th December at Oshwal, Chandari Auditorium, Westlands Pale for Nomadic Arts Festival. It's all about music and entertainment, some culture and good food. Regular tickets are still open, by the way. Regular tickets are going for 3,000, VIP for 4,000 bob only. If you are a group, Mbogi family, tickets are still open. Imagine you getting 4 tickets as a groupie, as a family for 9,000 bob. Amazing playlist in line for you. Just to mention to you, we'll have some performance from Sana Ipe Tande, as well. We'll be having the Horns. Watakuwa pale kama sijakosea. Who else?
So we have Lemarti from Northern Kenya. We have Turkana Sessions, which is our band. And then they'll be playing with Hive Mind Orchestra. And there are members there from Ghetto Classics and from Nairobi Orchestra. And then we have young artists from Turkana, Natir, Nectar Boy. Wow. And then we have Akida, who is a very established artist in Northern Kenya. And then we have an after party at Gecko Central, the historic Sarakasi Dome. We'll be having some electric buses, free transportation from the orchestra, from the concert to Gecko Central.
For the after party.
Free welcome drink. Hey. We'll be dancing with Dylaness and UG the whole night. So sasa mpaka che.
Yeah. Na mahali wanakupatia after party na drinks for free. Nairobi.
Welcome
free.
Drink.
Welcome drink.
Yeah, welcome.
Unajipanga sasa uko mbele.
Yeah.
Jackie, I want to understand what is it all about, Nomadic Art Festival, and what inspired you guys to come up with this creation?
So, as you very kindly mentioned our previous films, we were making our 3rd feature documentary, which is when oil was discovered in Kenya. We were like, let's go to Northern Kenya and make a film about that. And then when we got there, every time we turned off the camera, our driver would start singing. And then the lady who was translating, she was making a beading, a very big beading necklace for our wedding. And we were like so astounded. We're like, let's make another project for the artists from here, rather than just making a project from the artists from Nairobi. So that became an artist exchange for 7 years. And then we made so many photography and music projects. And then we said, now let's make this into a festival. Because festival inabeba kila kitu. You can bring your beading, ushanga, uneza, music, food, culture. Festival, it's a really good format that I think people have really started to accept widely as a way to come and enjoy something in a very full way. So it's not just a concert. You're seeing music, you're seeing culture, food, and many other things, and artworks from Northern Kenya.
It is so unique.
Kenyan cultures are so unique. We've just not tapped into them. Yeah, it's just that us guys, I think for me, because I lived outside for such a long time, when I came back to Kenya, I really saw it with new eyes. And I really started to appreciate our cultures and seeing how rich they are. And when you go, that's why outside people come, they go deep where us guys we don't go. That's why you see them, in Masai Mara, in the cultural areas. And I was like, why are we not enjoying our own things? And I said, let's make cool work around this, around the things we are good at. And I think this country has so much potential. And right now we're really fighting to get the country back. And for me, I think my contribution to that fight is to show the beauty that's in this country. Yeah.
Kenya is very beautiful, rich in culture, sports, and so much. Someone will want to pick this. Does the name itself stand out from the rest of the events? Nomadic Arts Festival?
Nomadic Arts Festival, it's because we are made up of nomads. We realized at some point why we were all vibing. Even when I went to Turkana, I really vibed with that culture because the songs my grandfather used to sing for me when I was young, they caught them so quickly. So we were all vibing. We were all like either from northern Kenya, or my family was in Laikipia before my dad moved to Nairobi. So we really just vibed with each other, and we decided it's because of that nomadic vibe, kuchunga ng'ombe, just stories of ng'ombe, maji, you all ask each other, uko aje? Watoto wako aje? Ng'ombe ziko aje? Ilinyesha. And we realized we'd all do the same thing.
You have like a format?
There's a format of saying hi, and we realize it's the same in all of our cultures. So we're like, it's because we are nomads, and it's because our culture is, the wealth is around cattle. And we're like, yeah, and then, we're moving into a new world, but we shouldn't forget what has come before. Yeah.
Growing up, your favorite childhood memory, was it kuchunga ng'ombe? Was it the songs?
My grandfather singing, because, he was old at that time. So literally he used to sit under a tree, and he was really, really funny. So all the grandchildren used to just sit around him. And then he would make sure every time we went there, the animal was slaughtered. And then he'd go get and make for us mutura by himself. And he was old. And then be like, this is the grandchildren's piece. So it's just that special treatment. And then he'd sing to us and tell us all those things. Of course, we didn't have as much time for it because we wanted to go and play football. We wanted to go and do other things. But I really remember him very fondly. Okay. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Ikabore Ekwang.
Ekwang, yeah.
Sani Tosha, Apu Ekori Kokel, and Adi Gray.
Yeah.
Up next for you guys in a few. But for now, just to remind you, it's happening, Nomadic Arts Festival, 6th December. Keep it Baze for more. Welcome back. This is Baze Radio.co.ke. We've got less than 19 minutes to wind up this conversation with Jackie Lebo, among the founders of Nomadic Arts Festival, happening this December. Mtuangu, how many days to go to Nomadic Arts Festival? Actually, it's happening on a Friday. So
yes.
Come on a form here December Friday. Believe me, if you love music, good music, you're looking forward for some good entertainment, some good food, one of a kind. Imagine traditional, artists come with some traditional instruments, some mashup, umazoea sana ipay, anakupiga na some It's one of a kind. Tickets are still affordable and available. I'm giving you two options. Either you buy regular, uingie solo, but remember, hautakuwa na experience poa. Come na mbogi, come na beste, come na mama, come na, your workmates, your friends. It's a family setup. Ukitaka kuja na family, ukitaka kuja na your mpoa. If you want to buy for your all friends and mbogi, I'm giving you options. Regular tickets are still available for 3,000 bob. VIP, when ni bazu, tunakutambua, unataka clear view, unataka mali unakaa utasumbuliwa. Tickets are going for 4,000 bob. Now, kwa wale mbogi, 4 people at 9,000 bob. Ukipiga math, hawa watu waine. Ni kama umebuy tiko moja.
It's like they bought 3 tickets.
You see, a discount of 1 ticket. Ai, mtu wangu, hata uko na dea kubakisha ya mzinga.
Exactly.
Alafu remember, kuna after party. So kama una gari, tutakuwa na buses zetu hapa zinawapeleka after party. Na ukiingia hivi kwa bash, tunakupatia welcome drink. Then from there, you do your thing. Why do you have to miss out on this? Nomad Art Festival for the first time. It's happening in Nairobi, 6th December. You have to buy the tickets. Do you have tickets for our Baze Radio listeners?
Yes, we can give them some tickets. We can give away like 2 or 3 tickets.
2?
Yes.
But they have to buy first.
Let them buy and then we'll do a giveaway. Yes.
Beyond performance, can we expect more from the festival?
Yes. So let me talk a little bit about the performance first. So it's really cool. You get in, you'll see some young artists, and then you'll see them perform very traditional and then some very modern tracks. And then you'll see now some mashups you've not seen before. You'll see like this DJs from the Ewaso Records, Dylan S. You'll see him perform with the Turkana artists. Oh. So your uns guys, please come. It's going to be really special. You know those chants, those tribal house that you always listen to that are so amazing. You'll actually see that being done live. And then we have an orchestra. So it's like a Turkana group, an orchestra, and Sanaipe. So it's going to be really amazing. Apart from that, we'll have some visual artists from Turkana. They'll be selling art. We'll have some really good food. And then, of course, we'll be selling the shangas. Yeah. So this is the first edition. So we wanted to really focus on the music. So the music is like full. And then, again, we go to Gecko. We have amazing DJs over there. So it's going to be really, really cool. Yeah.
With No One Festival, how do we promote now, the nomadic indigenous cultures and tradition?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
How do we end up promoting the indigenous culture and the traditions?
I think the best thing is to come and see, and then from there travel. We'll be able to tell you, go and see the festivals that are actually in Mashinani, like the festivals in Turkana, the festivals in Samburu, there's one in Kajiado, because there's the Ma festival, there's the Tobong Lore, and this festival of ours, we'll be moving it back and forth between northern Kenya and here. So that will be one of the ways to preserve the culture and to learn about it. And also we hope to inspire people to start creating from their own cultures, and then as they do the mashups with whatever is in modern culture. Yeah.
You mentioned Ma festival. I was about to attend one. I remember that at the time. I didn't manage to go there, but hopefully I'll see people learning from you guys, so that we can be able to use our creative way to conserve our culture.
Exactly.
Hopefully. Up next for you, got Mata Paya.
Very good.
That's it.
It's a greeting song. It's like a peace song and a greeting song. So it's Mata Paya. Yeah.
Oh, what's the meaning of Mata?
Mata is hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Paya.
Paya is like hello, you guys.
Hello, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's Mata Paya Apu featuring Sunny Tosha, Ekori Korikel and AD Gray. Najua wasanii wananisikiza wananicheka, lakini mtanisamea. Up next for you, it's Mata Paya. Keep it Baze Radio for more. It's like how many days to Christmas? It's like 20-something days to Christmas. It's Christmas. What comes in your mind, Jackie, when it's Christmas?
It's time to sleep.
Oh. When you don't celebrate Christmas?
No, I celebrate, but like just that day. It's not like, for me, it's no longer like a long
excitement kama kitambo,
No.
brand new clothes.
I'm very excited about sleeping. Like, imagine I'll be able to sleep 8 hours for like 3 weeks. Mfululizo. That to me is amazing. Imagine how much prep we've been doing. Anyway, maybe I'm just like cynical.
Because I know when we were growing up, those days are Christmas, the 21st, 2nd, your sisters are coming from big towns, from schools. They're bringing you new outfits, sweater. You guys are excited to go for shopping, metafta mbuzi, kuku.
That's that time. Like, that's
nowadays, Christmas tunaionea tu kwa TV.
Also, I think it's a different stage in life. That time it was so exciting because we'd get new clothes, and that's the time guaranteed you're getting new clothes.
Friends, siblings.
Unaenda mnaweka Christmas tree, mnaweka pamba. So it had all those things were there. But now, as a grown-up who's been working, that's my rest time.
Oh, rest time.
Yeah. So it's my rest time. So time to see my mother, family, and sleep a lot. Yeah, that's my rejuvenation time.
Wow.
Because January, we're back to it. We're back on the hamster wheel. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite moment from the past events? Is it the first version?
This is the first one as a festival.
As a festival.
Yeah, as a festival. Before, we had an amazing concert at Allianz that was so good, and that was in 2022 December. And then when we did Allianz, people from Turkana were like, no, you have to come and do. So we went like 2 weeks later and did that. That was so incredible because like the people from Turkana, they were like, this is ours. They were like, in fact, next time you do it like this, you arrange it like this, which I love. When someone comes to tell you how to do the thing, that means they appreciate it and they own it, which to me is the best thing because we're trying to get it back to the community. We're trying to make people appreciate the music. And also a lot of people were listening on the very, very, very kind stations that hosted us. And they were like writing, I don't even understand what this means, but I like it. So those were some of my favorite moments. Yeah.
What do you want to achieve at the end?
We have like 4 things we want to achieve. We want to improve the livelihoods of these artists. And this is by people, we want to change the narrative. Northern Kenya, tunajulikana, kuiba mifugo, bunduki, KDF. We want to show that there's a lot of stuff going on. That's just a piece of it. We want artists to be change makers. Yeah. Dwata hao wakisimama, when they come and do a concert here, wakienda kwao, wakisimama wanasikizwa. Yeah. And this is something we're talking about. Building your profile as an artist so that when you stand and say, this is the way this should be done. And Turkana, usanii bado iko hali ya juu na iko kwa wingi, like kila mtu ni msanii, because as African traditions we used to have culture and history, and everyone would sing, they would bid, you're doing pottery, you're doing something. So we want that not to die. Si lazima uingie ofisi na hizo vitu zikufe. And then we want people, mtu na shanga paka hapa aingie boardroom, you know, the way they are. Your decision making power does not depend on a suit.
True.
Yeah. And in fact, you have wisdom that we don't have. So those are and then we're also looking at climate change, because for example, like Turkana imefurika, some of our artists have had to move. So areas that it's already a very harsh place. So we're really being affected by climate change. So those are the goals that we have. Yeah.
Are leaders doing much to protect the climate from the areas?
So there's some things that are in place, but I think we really have to, as artists, take the forefront, because I think when artists take the forefront, then people listen, because artists, through their songs and art forms, can connect to people. Yeah.
Directly.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they have much influence on ground.
Exactly.
Our amazing listeners, they want to be involved. How can they be part of this?
First, come to the festival. Again, as we said, tickets are on Mook and Kenya Buzz. Friday, December 6th, starting at 5 p.m. at Oshol Center. The second thing, connect with us through our social platforms. Content House Kenya on all the platforms, X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, whichever one you prefer. Mm-hmm. And then what we'd like to do is we want to build, you can see all our goals that we've talked about. We want to really build connections and impact with people. So, like, for example, the last time we had a lawyer who said, I can volunteer sometime. And then we had an accountant who said, I can volunteer sometime. So the lawyer, we had them help draft the contracts for the artists. So that when they perform in other events, they have a draft contract that's ready to go. The accountant taught the artists we work with to keep books. Yeah. So in kind is very, very important. If they want to support financially, also we can, through our social media networks, especially on our Instagram, we have a link there for our Mchanga account. Yeah, which we'll put it right away. And so those are the ways people can get involved. And then just travel, see, come and enjoy, come and connect. And for future editions, we'd like to meet other artists who are interested in the same kind of vibe. And we see if we can collabo. Yeah.
Hopefully in future. Wishing you all the best. Now, not forgetting our partners, supporters, our artists.
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you to you guys. Thank you to Baze Radio for hosting us. This has been an amazing, amazing show and playing our music to all your listeners. We'd like to thank some of our supporters, including the Australian Embassy in Kenya, Humanity United, and Dune Foundation, and so many people who follow us on social media who are always reposting our work. So many people, I can't even mention them by name, but if you've talked to us, if you've touched us, we feel you and we love what you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you on Baze Radio to see the K. Looking forward to see you on 6th December at Oshwal Academy. Guys, it's happening on 6th December, Nomadic Arts Festival. Buy tickets right now because they're going very, very fast. Let's link up in the next hour, but for now, I've got Tina. I'm Sunny Tosha, Ekori Apu, Corey Kell, and A.D. Gray up next for you in the next few.
This is Baze Radio.
We are 254 to the core.